So far, I've been showing you Windows authentication. And Windows authentication works great if everybody has Windows accounts in the system that needs to use it. Works great for small businesses and things like that. If you want to turn your application to face the internet, however, it's kind of difficult to get all your users on the internet to have a Windows account. And Windows authentication doesn't always work so great over the internet due to firewalls and proxies and things like that. So Forms authentication is the other technique supported by ASP.NET that works a lot better. It's a lot more internet friendly. So it works better when your application is facing the internet. This is a cookie-based authentication mechanism. In ASP.NET 2.0, they made it possible to do this cookie list through URL mangling, but we're going to just focus on the simple version that most people use with cookies. This is a very useful technique to use, like I said, when you're an internet-facing website. In Forms authentication, ASP.NET will manage most of the heavy lifting for you. It will generate cookies for you. It will validate those cookies. It'll do tamper detection. I'll talk a little bit more about why that's important later. It'll encrypt the cookies for you. And then there's a module that's built into ASP.NET called the Forms authentication module. And it does two things for you. It will crack cookies as they come in. So once you've issued a cookie for a user who's logged in, once that cookie is sent back to you, that module is early, it wires up early in the pipeline and watches for the authenticate event to fire. At that point, it looks for the cookie. If it's not there, it issues an HTTP context.user that has an anonymous user in it. If the cookie is there, it decrypts it, validates it, parses it, pulls the user's name out, and creates HTTP context.user that is indeed authenticated. It'll also, on the outgoing request, if for some reason a request fails because of being unauthorized, it'll turn that 401 unauthorized into a redirect to a login page. Now the login page, you actually have to supply that yourself. What you'll do on the login page is collect and validate whatever credentials you need from the user, and then you'll issue the login cookie. Technically, you won't issue it. You'll just call a method in ASP.NET. It'll issue it for you, but you need to decide whether or not you want that cookie to be issued.